rules for survivor benefits. Well, couple must have been married at least 9 months at date of death. Survivor must be at least 60 for the reduced benefit. Survivor benefit is not available if the widower remarries before age 60. So if you meet a new person after you've experienced a loss, make the engagement long enough that you get past age 60. So that's the advice I would have there. Divorced spouse benefit is available if the marriage lasted 10 years. Incidentally, Social Security is very big on the 10-year number, the 10-year time frame. That's when a lot of benefits, that's when people are entitled to a lot of benefits, when they have at least 10 years of togetherness, okay? And that 10 years, by the way, is marriage license to divorce decree. So you want to make sure that that's 10 years apart. If it is, then you'd be entitled to the other person's benefits, whatever they might be. So divorced spouse benefits, again, marriage had to have lasted 10 years. Person receiving the divorced spouse benefit has to be unmarried. I'm chuckling because I was doing this presentation and it was a room full of mostly women. And in the back, I read that note, person receiving divorced spouse benefit is currently unmarried. And in the back of the room, I hear, oh God, that's what happened. So what happened is that she remarried prior to age 60 and the benefit stopped. So that's exactly what happened there. So the ex-spouse must be at least 62. If divorce, this is important, this one, and I didn't used to put this in, but I started to. So I put it in the latest chart. So if divorce was more than 2 years ago, the ex-spouse does not need to have filed for benefits. So in other words, I have a lot of widowers who are concerned, well, he didn't file, so now he's left me stuck and I can't file for mine. Well, that's not true. So again, if the divorce was more than 2 years ago, the ex-spouse does not need to have filed for his benefits for you to get yours. So just be aware of that. I think that's an important item for folk. So rules for divorce. So this is a funny chart here. I kind of call this chart my Johnny Carson chart because Johnny was married to 3 different women for at least 10 years each. And here's what goes on. So more than one ex-spouse can receive benefits from the same worker's record. Well, that was Johnny's record. So he has 3 women collecting off his record. Benefits paid to one ex do not affect those paid to the worker. So Johnny's benefit doesn't get affected. The current spouse, so if the person was married, or other exes. Divorced spouse benefits stop upon remarriage of spouse collecting benefits. So that is a big deal. I just want sure people are aware of that. Gee, this really is more complicated than I realized. Well, again, I'm back to this brain teaser. In life, would you rather be early or delayed? Well, delay your claiming because being early in this case, there's a penalty involved in it. And again, would you rather pay a penalty or get a bonus? Get the bonus. And again, just in summary, people are really hurting their retirements because they're making poor decisions on this guaranteed income thing called Social Security. You want to maximize this benefit. It is so critically important. Again, it could be up to 30%, 35% of your income stream in retirement. Key insights around this. Social Security offers inflation-protected income you can't live. Your monthly benefit will be reduced if you claim early. Couples should always maximize the higher earner's benefit for the benefit of the surviving spouse. If you're widowed or divorced, you might be eligible for benefits that you're not aware of. Everyone needs the personalized, and I would recommend you get this claiming analysis done. Again, having over 4,000 ways for a couple to claim, that's a little overwhelming. And your brother-in-law, who's the plumber, does not have the solution. Okay, you really want to go to someone who's versed at this and putting this together. And you want to consider Social Security in the context, again, of pensions and IRAs. And I spoke about, and that's where I use the context. That's why I'm talking about letting Social Security grow. But Kevin, we need income. Well, then go to these IRAs and pull from them when you have no income so that the taxes you pay are very low. And then turn on your Social Security. Required minimum distributions. Remember, forced income at age 72. You want to make sure you have that taken into account. You want to make sure you're thinking about your investment portfolio and whether or not you want to work. Okay. A word about the personnel at Social Security, what they can and can't do. Well, they can estimate your individual benefits. They can tell you the amount you're entitled to right now. They can't project future benefits because they don't know your situation. They don't know what other assets you have. They have no idea. And they really can't help with strategies around this because, again, they're not licensed. And secondly, they don't know. They don't know what your situation is. So anyway, I really would like to summarize by just asking these questions again and telling you the answers. So when should you apply for Social Security? Well, I hope the takeaway is that it depends. It really depends on your situation. Do you need income? Hey, get it. I understand. Start at 62 or 63, whatever you need to. But again, the intent today was to make sure you understood the impact that it could have on your overall strategy for retirement income if you wait. What if I want to keep working? Well, go right ahead. Just be aware that if you want to keep working and you decide to take your Social Security prior to full retirement age, you're going to be subject to this thing called the earnings test. What if I already applied? Oh, I didn't address that earlier, so I'm going to address it now. So what if I already applied? Can you do a do-over? Well, very interesting. Yeah, you can. If you started your Social Security less than 12 months ago, you can pay everything back and you can do a do-over as if you never took a check. You don't have to pay any interest back. You just got to pay back what you got and you can start again. How much my benefit be? Well, it depends on how many years you work. Do you have those 35 that I've been meant 35 years of work history? And when do you decide to turn it on? Do you decide at age 62 or do you decide at age 70? That'll determine what your benefit will be. How can I coordinate spousal benefits? Depends if you have the higher earner. Is the spousal benefit 50% higher than that or 50% lower than that? Depending on where that is will determine what that person should do. What's the best long-term strategy? Here's what I could recommend. Come in for a chat because I can't tell you the best long-term strategy for your situation unless I know more about you. What do I do next? Well, reach out to me if you'd like to get together to go over what that strategy might be. I'd be very happy to meet with you. It's too important for guesswork. I guess that's my overall summary. You just don't want to guess, I guess we'll turn it on when I'm 63 and you're 64. No, it needs to have a little bit more attention than that because it's just too important a benefit for you. So again, I can offer you this customized approach, a complimentary 1 hour review with you on kind of the scenarios that are out there and what you might think about doing. And then lastly, if you have any questions, you can send them in to me. I'm at kevinl@westminsterwm.com. Again, it's Kevin, KEVINL, as in Lynch, at westminsterwm.com. Thanks so much for listening today. Really appreciate it. Have a great 2022.